From the Allyn Media Worldwide Headquarters Studios, high atop 2 Turtle Creek, this is Deconstructing Dallas. Greetings, everyone. This is your host, Ryan Trimble, coming to you live with the tropical shirt-clad Shawn Williams. Shawn.
What is up, man? I need to do a very quick change after we get done because we both have a community meeting tonight, ironically, at the same location for 2 different clients. So I need to not be tropical shirt clad for this important meeting.
Shawn, how do you do it? You are so cool, man. Your attire is always so on point and so fun. I'm over here, navy suit, white shirt. I mean, how do you do it?
Well, I should have invited you to join me at the Gap at West Village going out of business sale, which is where this shirt came from. A shirt I actually like quite a bit, but I went over there probably 3 times before they went out of business. When I was in pharmaceutical sales, I was at that West Village all the time. Mm-hmm. The Starbucks had one of the first Ethernet plugs where you could go and plug in your computer, which predates Wi-Fi.
Cutting edge.
That is way back in the day right there, my friend. So, yes, I mean, I will have to put you down with some of these sales. Although you have gotten me on the Joseph A. Banks list.
You got to get on it, man.
Yeah,
so you got to get on those sales.
I'm down with
buy
that.
1 get 7 free.
Yes,
I mean, who can beat that?
Definitely on the buy 1 get 9. I have been a part. But yeah, man, it's funny how I know I looked at the calendar because I was putting the community meeting on my calendar for tonight, and I looked at your calendar and you had the same meeting already on your calendar, and I thought that there might have been some sort of mistake or discrepancy. But for one, I guess that means that this is a very important homeowners group that we're talking to.
Yes, when you have multiple clients, wanting to get their opinion and their approval. Yeah, it's an important group of folks, Shawn. So I'll look forward to seeing you not in tropical shirt.
Yes, I will also most likely have my blue suit on as well. And, that is, I think, one of the fun things that we do get to do is go out and do community meetings. That's probably the last 10 days I have done my fair share of community meetings, sitting on steps, conversating. There's been a cup of joe here or there, a glass of water. It's really, really good.
I'll tell you what, man, that's how I got my start in this business. I'll never forget going to help Pat Carr, the Lower Greenville Neighborhood Association, build wooden stake sign, no parking signs for the Lower Greenville St. Patrick's Day parade, so people wouldn't, park on both sides of the street, and then nobody can get in and out. So, shout out to you, Pat Carr. You're a great lady.
I mean, we both have, even just sitting around in our cafeteria here at the worldwide headquarters, have had a chance to talk about some of the great leaders, Anna Hill and Dauphin Heights and Miss Edna Pemberton. I mean, there are so many great neighborhood groups here in town, and I'm sure we've probably gone at least half in our city, and probably before the end of our time here, we will have visited the other half, I'm sure.
I think that should be a goal.
Well, no, we also were talking about in memoriam and recalling kind of some of our thoughts and memories around Arizona Senator John McCain, who passed away over this last weekend.
Yeah, speaking of great leaders, Shawn, Senator McCain, our condolences to his family. 30 years on Capitol Hill, and an amazing life story. A prisoner of war at the Hanoi Hilton, and I mean, if you name it, that guy went through it. Like him or not, he was an American hero and passed away. But Shawn, it was exciting. You were asking me about, what Dallas stories does John McCain have? Well, let me tell you, friend, I will never forget. It was either late 07 or maybe it was January, February of 08, right before Texas didn't participate in the Super Tuesday primary that year. Mm-hmm. The primary was on March 4th, but I'll never forget, Mitt Romney had been through, Fred Thompson had been through. I was a big Fred Thompson guy at the time. Rudy Giuliani, I'd met him at the porch over on Henderson Avenue. And so all these guys were coming through town. And then I got this note from a friend, hey, do you want to go see John McCain? And I was thinking to myself, John McCain has no shot of being the Republican nominee. So I went. It was a kind of a beat-up Tex-Mex establishment next to Bachman Lake, right across the street from Bachman Lake, north of Love Field Airport. Juan Hernandez was there, and about 12 people. So it was not a well-attended event, but doggone it, Senator McCain got up there and gave his spiel, and he was confident. And so I got the lapel pin and the hat and the stickers and everything, and fast forward to the night of March 4th when Texas's Republican delegates put Senator McCain over the top for the amount of delegates needed to secure the Republican nomination. And guess where he was, Shawn? He was staying at the Fairmont Hotel, and there was a huge rally. And so Chairman Branch...
There was more than 12 people there by then, I guess.
Yeah. It was like all the national media was at the Fairmont, plus all the raucous, sequined vest-wearing, elephant hat-wearing Republicans in town showed up at this event. And it was a wild blowout, streamers, all sorts of confetti. And at the end of it, when everybody had gone away, there was still a podium there. And the John McCain campaign logo, maybe a 2-foot by 2-foot campaign logo on a foam core board on the front of the podium. And so I deliberated with Chairman Branch and decided, maybe I should just take that souvenir and have the senator sign it somewhere down the road. It's a pretty cool piece of history.
Yeah, absolutely.
The poster of where he gave his speech the night he secured the nomination. So I've got that in my stack of paraphernalia somewhere, and need to break it out. It was a fun night. Ended up spending the rest of the evening, chatting up with Stephen Hayes from the Weekly Standard, and he's a good guy. I really like his work, and so it was a fun night, and just so when Senator McCain passed, it brought up all these really fun memories from that wild and woolly campaign season.
There have been a lot of positive memories shared over the last few days, and from nearly every corner he has been praised as a hero and great American, and I respect the work that Senator McCain did, and I always liked the idea of him as a maverick. I liked the idea of a politician who you didn't know all the time which way he was going to go, and who thoughtfully thought through which positions he would take. So I think the Senate has definitely lost a very huge contributor, not just from a historical standpoint, but just from a policy standpoint, someone who was there to and able to not just build coalitions, but craft thoughtful legislation. So, again, condolences to the family. And, I think that this will be a time of remembrance of a wonderful career and a wonderful politician.
Well, Shawn, we had a really fun opportunity come our way. We got to sit down with the Dallas Park Board president, my friend and yours, Bobby Abtahi.
Friend, neighbor. He was formerly a contributor to my website. I mean, Bobby and I go back a long way, and the cool thing is we talk to Bobby just on a regular basis, but again, to see someone who we know and have known and be appointed to be the park board president, I think just talks about and speaks to what an exciting time it is here in our city.
Yeah, really exciting stuff. And, I didn't fully appreciate what the park board had jurisdiction over. Let me give you some stats, Shawn. One of the largest municipal park systems in the nation, with over 23,000 parkland acres, 382 parks, 7 lakes. 7 lakes. How about 4,658 surface acres of water and 145 developed trail miles?
That is a lot of jurisdiction for...
That's a lot of stuff.
For Bobby. And it's also a lot of jurisdiction for Willis Winters, who does a great job as the director of the Parks Department. And I also think about, Fair Park being part of the park board of the park department, and Daniel Huerta and the great job he and his team do. I was going to ask you, though, straight off the top of your head, favorite Dallas park?
Right now, our family's big on Flagpole Hill. Mrs. Trimble and her team of the Lake Highlands Junior Women's League just raised a bunch of money to build the all-access playground at that park, and it's set to open here pretty quick. I know, I'm going to ask Bobby about it in our interview, but that's a pretty big park right now. But man, you think about all the different parks. I mean, Teetsy Park, I love that park. At Fair Park, I have great memories there from, just recently our big back-to-school fair. Walmart, thank you very much again for sponsoring the back-to-school fair. America's biggest back-to-school fair at Fair Park. I love a good park.
I'm partial to Keast Park is my favorite park. They have the 2.2, I believe, mile loop around, and it's totally wooded in some places, and other places it's open. It connects to the Keastwood Trail, which I have been known to ride my bike on from time to time. The park I spend the most time in now is probably Kid Springs Park. My daughter has done, for the last 2 or 3 years, my daughter has done swim lessons there as part of the department. We spent a lot of times at Cummings Rec Center. Yeah. So great rec centers. She was even part of the summer program at Cummings for a little while this summer. So, again, we'll get into this with Bobby, but the Dallas Parks Department is very expansive, and I know that has been something that our city council has been really trying to get under control and to really help flourish. And I think we're seeing not just the downtown parks, which again is also coming around, but also throughout our city, neighborhood parks have become very important.
Yeah, absolutely. And let me not be remiss in saying I got married at White Rock Lake Park, and so that's probably should be top of my list, Shawn.
Especially with what you have coming up this weekend, but maybe we'll get into that in our closing segment. But for right now, we will take a break, and we will get into our interview with Dallas Park Board President Bobby Abtahi. Stay with us. This is Deconstructing Dallas. Shawn Williams, Ryan Trimble will be right back after this. Hamburgers, French fries, milkshakes. Those are some of my favorite words in the English language, and they're specialties at one of our newest sponsors, Haystack Burgers and Barley. Haystack is a fast casual restaurant, but they got a full service experience. The burgers are amazing, but there's something at Haystack for everyone. They've got great salads, tasty sandwiches, and delicious vegetarian options. Their food is so amazingly fresh. They don't even have a freezer or a microwave on site. Now, the signature drink at Haystack is the Haymaker. It's a blend of Maker's Mark, orange juice, lemonade, and iced tea served frozen. They even offer craft beers, and all 12 of their draft handles are local. Haystack has been our neighbor here at the worldwide headquarters in Turtle Creek Village for the last year and a half, and they've been open in Richardson for the last 5 years. So check out haystackburgers.com and find out how you can get yourself a Haystack burger, a Haymaker, and fresh cut fries. That's haystackburgers.com. I'll see you downstairs at Haystack.
Deconstructing Dallas, Ryan Trimble, Shawn Williams, and Shawn, we are joined today by the great Bobby Abtahi, the president, not the chair, the president of the Dallas Park Boards. Bobby, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining us in our auxiliary studio today. Our studio is booked, but this will work too.
Well, it's a beautiful set, and worldwide headquarters here, always looking nice. Plenty of refreshments and snacks.
So let's get right to it. Bobby, you are a advocate for the city. When I met you, you were a city attorney, and did a lot of community work. You served on City Plan Commission, correct? And now you are the Park Board President. So for people, especially, younger people even, who want to get involved, like, how difficult is it? How have you found it to be the climate here in Dallas for people who want to get